This episode of Talkin' About Rock is sponsored by Unleashed Music. Drawing on years of experience, contacts, and partnerships, Unleashed Music is uniquely positioned to platform, develop, and realize the vision of artists of all genres. Achieve your goals by partnering with Unleashed Music and take advantage of their decades of experience to help you create and execute your marketing campaign. Visit unleashedmusic.com for more info.
On this episode of Talking About Rock, Derek Davis from Babylon AD. Talk About Rock, sponsored by School of Rock, North Buffalo, where they're making musicians every day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Talking About Rock. I'm Rob Edwards. Here we bring you rock interviews from veteran and upcoming artists. Subscribe on our YouTube channel to stay up to date. Follow us on our social media and our website, talkaboutrock.com. Today's guest began playing drums at the age of 11, later switching to vocals and guitar. After relocating to LA with his band, he caught the attention of Arista Records president Clive Davis, who signed them. Their self-titled album was released in '89 and included the hard rock classic hits Bang Go the Bells, Hammer Swings Down, and The Kid Goes Wild. The band scored 3 #1 songs at Metal Radio. They reached gold status on their first release, which spent 38 weeks on the Billboard Top 200. Here to talk with us about the 35th anniversary of their debut album and the band's latest release, Rome Wasn't Built in a Day, let's welcome Derek Davis. Derek, how are you, man?
I'm here, man.
How's it going? Well, congrats on the 35th anniversary of the debut, man. That must feel great.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast the years go by, though, man. When I think about it, it's like 35 years. Holy smokes. It's just amazing because it seems to me like it was just, a few weeks ago.
Right. All those memories come flooding back from all those times in the 80s, man. You guys took a little hiatus for a little while and came back and started recording and touring again, I think, in 2014, right? Is that correct?
We've taken several hiatuses, really, if you think about it. I mean, that are, either 2 years or 3 years, sometimes 4 years, and it's just a matter of everybody growing up and, growing pains, people getting married and having kids and, going to college and stuff like that. And then, every once in a while, there'll be a resurgence of us getting back together. So we've done stuff in, 2000, 2002, 2010, 2014, 2017, and now 2024.
2024. And last thing I think you had in 2023, you had the live album out, right? Live Lightning, which did really well for you guys. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that came out last year. Uh-huh.
So let's talk a little bit about the new album here. What was the formula or vision for the new record? Did you guys kind of have a concept of kind of what you wanted to do with it, or?
I don't really think there was some kind of concept, although we really wanted to make it reminiscent of the first album. We wanted to have that we tried to create the sound of the first album as much as we could, the way we recorded stuff, and the song quality and everything like that. We really took our time. We must have had about 17 songs to choose from. And we had different outside people listen to the songs and kind of like give us scores. So it kind of really helped us because having outside people listening to the songs, kind of like we had 5 people that were basically like our A&R guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was kind of like that, and they'd score the songs on a 1 to 10 basis. And if a song didn't get like, let's say, a 7.5, then it was like, well, that's not going to go on the record.
Right. Right.
And out of the 16 or 17, I think it was 17 songs. Yeah. Out of the 17 songs that we demoed and let people hear and score, I think there might've been only maybe 3 that didn't get at least a 7,
So you guys put together like your own focus group. That was a great idea.
That I guess that's the way to say it. It was like an A&R focus group. So people that we trust their opinion,
right.
A couple people were outside writers, would be like such as yourself. Maybe we'd contact you and see what you would think. And so we'd send them in bulk about once a week we'd send three songs, and then others are just trusted people that are really good friends of ours or that have heard everything we've ever done, even demo tapes, that kind of stuff. So we got, 5 different opinions type of people that have opinions. And when you get like 5 people and they can all say, yeah, this song is a 9, somebody says it's an 8, somebody says it's a 10, somebody says it's a 9, and it runs into like, wow, if you score this is a 9.5. Well, this
Right.
sounds great.
That one's good. And it looks like that's worked out for you. Well, Wrecking Machine reached number 2 on the classic rock radio charts. The second single, Rome Wasn't Built in a Day, hit number 3. So I guess you have a good team there that was really on track with all that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, those songs rated pretty high. And Sometimes Love Is Hell that just hit the radio about maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we're hoping that could run up the charts. And then we're working on a video and putting out a 4th single. Actually, it's called Face of God, which is one of the ballads on the album. And I think we're really deep on this album. It's reminiscent of our first album. We had a lot of good songs. There was no like. I really can't say on the first album that there was any kind of filler at all, because we must have had 25 songs to choose from on that first album.
Right.
The second album we had less songs to choose from, and just didn't have enough. It came out great. Not to say that it didn't come out great, but. And working with Tom Werman was amazing, but the first album is what more people know us as. You know what I mean? With The Hammer Swings Down, Kid Goes Wild, Bang Go the Bells, Desperate.
Right. That was the time back then for all
Exactly.
those rock songs, right? Back in the day, right? That was the anthem of so many different things going on.
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about your latest track, Sometimes Love Is Hell. It sounds like a story of reflection, a journey. Can you give me a little background on that?
I think it's like Clive Davis once told me, the best songs are the songs that are universal. In other words, everybody has traveled that same road and done it and could say the same exact. They have the same story. In other words, those are usually the best songs. And so when I was writing that song, I said, yeah, this is one that Clive Davis would have liked, because it's universal. And everybody's went through that. I went through that, of course. That's what the song is about. Everybody else has pretty much went through it too. Sometimes love is hell, other times it's great, but sometimes it's not good.
Sometimes it's definitely not good. Yeah, I really like the track. So let's check out Sometimes Love Is Hell from Babylon AD, and we'll be right back here with Darius Davis on Talking About Rock.
You're turning into my enemy. I used to know you so well. Your love has become a mystery. You're hiding something to tell. Reach out your hands. Don't leave me broken hearted. Reach out your hands. We can make it back to where we started all those years ago. Sometimes love is hell. There's poison in the well. Ooh, yeah. Sometimes love is hell. Oh yeah. There's poison in the well. we started all those years ago.
You disgust me.
Sometimes love is hell. Yes, boy, hell. Oh, yeah. Sometimes love is hell. Yes, poison in the well. Sometimes love is hell. Yeah, there's poison in the well. Ooh, yeah. Oh, sometimes love is hell. Sometimes love is hell. Yeah. Oh, sometimes love is your hell.
Okay, we're back here on Talking About Rock with Derek Davis. So you've done some other stuff here besides Babylon AD. I was checking out. You did some solo work here. You did a solo CD at Revolt, I think, was in 2012.
Yep.
And then you had some other stuff going on. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's kind of the stuff that I do in between Babylon AD albums. You know, I'm always continuously writing, and I just don't write one style. You know, I just don't write just hard rock songs. I kind of just whatever comes to me. You know, and I like blues, I like soul, I like industrial metal. You know, the only genre I don't think that I really like is country. You know, new country, anyways. I like old country, but not
Right.
new.
People that are real country, I talked to some country artists, and people that are like heavily in country, they don't really get into the new country. They don't consider that like country music, you know?
It
They
sounds
don't.
like bad Bon Jovi to me, like B-side of a Bon Jovi song. Except the lyrics are no good. You know, you always got the dog and the bar and the chick, and that's like it's too I guess the lyrics to me anyways are too juvenile. I guess
Yeah.
it's
And
something I wrote when I
you've
was
written
14.
and collaborated with some amazing, you know, songwriters and producers. You know,
Mhm.
Jack Ponte, Alice Cooper,
Yeah.
Bon Jovi, Tom
Mhm.
Weirman, Motley Crue, Cheap Trick, Taylor
Yep.
Rhodes, Aerosmith, Gene Black, and
Yeah.
Michael Anthony from Van Halen. Can you tell us a little bit about how that project went with Michael?
Well, you've done your research. That's pretty good. So Michael got involved in a band called Moonshine that I was in, and it just got off the ground. They were auditioning singers, and the band really didn't have a name or anything like that, or that big of a direction going anywhere. But they had Michael Anthony that thought they were really good just as a band, you know, and they were looking for a singer. So I auditioned and I got the part, and we quickly started writing. We just started writing like crazy. Within about 3 months, we had whole albums worth of album of materials. Sorry, and then and Michael was co-managing us, you know, and put us in the studio at Eddie Van Halen's 5150 Studios, and we probably recorded about half the record there and half the record at the Grinder and a couple other places down in L.A.
Now,
And
this had to be a while back then, if it was at the
this
5150 studio, right? This had to be a while back, right?
oh yeah, it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess it was longer than that if you think about it. Yeah, because this was after Babylon AD, you know, after we lost our record deal. I was kind of fumbling around looking for something to do. So this was about 96, 97, something like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so Michael played a big part in that. He helped produce us, and you know, we did a lot of cool gigs, and like Zach Wild would show up, and you know, just various people, James Lomenzo, I mean, I could off the top of my head,
So you
but
guys had a lot of eyes on you, put it that way,
yeah,
to see what was going
Jane
on.
Child, and they were on the record too, so, uh, and what happened was we started getting looked at, this was called Moonshine, like I was saying, and we started getting looked at by some labels, and then, just like every band, you start having internal conflicts and stuff like that. So I just walked away, and in hindsight, I wish I wouldn't, but didn't have walk away, but I did. And then years go by, and everyone has always hit me up because I had the demos, and everybody hit me up always, uh, what's going on with the Moonshine stuff. So years would go by, but yeah, once or twice a year, I'd get people or fans that knew about it or seen the band.
Right.
Can you please put this out? Can you please put this out? So about 5 years ago, I put it out. Of course, I contacted everybody and made sure it was cool.
Right.
And put it out, and it did great, man. We're not playing as a band or anything like that, but the songs, they had life. It was great recording and sounded great. The songs are great. I wish the band would have stayed together. We could have went somewhere probably, but we didn't. So, and working with Michael Anthony was great. Like I said, he sang on the album, some of the tracks. Jane Child played piano on some of the tracks, and it was really cool, man.
That'd be really cool to be in Eddie's studio doing all that back in the day.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, I mean, I remember seeing Wolfie running around when he was just a little kid. So he must have been 6 or 7 years old or something, and Valerie chasing him around the yard and stuff.
Yeah, he's just doing fantastic out there.
Oh,
His
yeah,
father's got to be so proud of that. Definitely.
Yeah, he is. He's a very talented cat, man.
Definitely. Well, it looks like you guys got some shows coming up here. It looks like starting October 26th, you're in Concord, California, and then you head to the UK and you got some shows
That's
going on
next
there.
year. Yeah, we've got some shows in the UK and Greece and some different places, and they're adding more shows. Right now, we just have a couple of them that are totally contracted, but we probably have about 7 to 8 more that are all in talks right now. We're just trying to, it's hard to figure out the exact routing for the dates, when you're from Greece all the way to the UK.
Right.
Quite a stretch. So
Exactly.
Between Belgium, Germany,
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Like
Yeah, it takes some time to track all that and figure that all and get the cities lined up and see if there's some dates you can pop in between or whatever like that. All that kind of stuff always pops up. Yeah. But great stuff, man. I love what's happening for you. Best of luck on the new album. It looks like it's already doing great. So got some great hit songs on there. It's killer, man. We love it.
Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day. It's kicking ass. Yeah.
Love it. All right. So folks, get a chance out there to check out Babylon AD and check out the new album. Rome wasn't built in a day. So we'd like to thank our guest today, Derek Davis from Babylon AD. Thanks to our sponsors, School of Rock North Buffalo and Unleash Music. And to all our listeners, I want to thank you for keeping the torch alive with us and support live music wherever you are. Derek, again, man, thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you very much, man. Thanks for having me on.